Hello, I'm Jabbo, and so as not to have to edit this video, I just did the typewriter from Sesame Street. So we're going to do another gem bet. That's Jabbo's answer machine, BrickTsar answer thingy, and plus me just talking randomly about different things. All right, so no, they might be bricks with us. He had an interesting story today, the day that I'm filming this, where he went for a bike ride and his friend's pedal fell off, and they barely made it back before the time limit for them to be on the trail, because you got to be back before dark. But anyway, so he's gone to bed, and I've had a really long day at work, thanks to crazy people in the world keeping me busy. So we didn't get a chance to film the video together. So I just want to let everybody know that right off the bat. That pun unintended. BrickTsar answer thingy. All right, so we're going to talk about some things here. The topics we're going to talk about today include things that you're probably not interested in, like Homemaker. I got a really nice comment on the channel from Andrew Nixon, who's bought from us in our Bricklink store, and he had a really long thing about getting into LEGO Homemaker. So I'll talk briefly about that. And I'm going to get into a highly controversial topic. It's one that is going to trigger many of you out there in the LEGO community. And no, it's not about some feud. It's about the themes that I don't collect. This is going to be so hard for people. So I'll talk a little bit more about that as we get into it. I can hear Charlie running upstairs. So we're going to talk about themes I don't collect. And I got an interesting comment also from somebody. Am I going to tell more stories about Six Flags? I might mention that briefly. Got another one about the most expensive piece. I don't know if that's the most expensive piece I have for sale, or the most expensive piece that I own, or the most that I paid for a piece. All right, so let's first get into this this question, or this comment that came from Andrew Nixon. So I did a Homemaker video, and I want to do videos featuring all of the Homemaker sets. So that's something that I'm working to completing, the Homemaker theme, and it's probably unusual because I'm a 51-year-old man and I'm collecting a theme that was probably marketed more towards girls, being that every box only has girls on the box as far as the humans that are depicted playing with the toy. But it's a charming theme. I like it. It's something that reminds me of my childhood, because those were things that were available when I was a kid. So Andrew left a comment on the video, and actually this was a different video. It was about me talking about completing the, because I did post a Homemaker video today, but he's talking about this is on the previous Homemaker video. He says, I blame you, in the most positive way. And so basically I've sent him down the rabbit hole by talking about these things and the maxi figures and all that. And he talked about his wife being, where is that part in here? I don't want to read the whole thing. He said, it says my girlfriend, sorry, I didn't mean to say wife, Andrew, sorry about that. It says my girlfriend is a pediatric nurse, and I thought she'd like that one. So he got the doctor's office set 276, which I have done a video on that. And then he's buying some things on Bricklink, the different special base plates that they have for these sets. But the thing I wanted to talk about is something he mentioned in here is about, he says there's one issue, the stickers. I see Bricklink has a few of the pieces with the stickers applied, but many or most are not available on Bricklink. And I just got a message from one of my buyers. It popped up on the screen as the Hawaii pictures. That's the other thing that happened this week. I sent a package to Hawaii, and he's been taking pictures of the BrickTsar brick in different locations in Hawaii. So didn't mean to get sidetracked there from that. But so Andrew, so most aren't. You can't find the stickered pieces or the sticker sheets. He says, I just wondered if you knew any tips for finding the pieces with the stickers applied, or unused stickers, which unsurprisingly, are ultra rare. Maybe reproduction stickers. He says, I totally imagine it's mostly persistence and work and a certain amount of luck. Yes. So finding the stickers that you're going to find that are the most hard to find are the ones that go over multiple pieces. The stickers over assembly pieces, the soap pieces. So the way I search for the stickered pieces is I look at different stores, and it does take a lot of persistence and a lot of work, because there may not be something in the Bricklink database that you can search, but a seller might be selling that sticker over assembly piece, and they are usually going to be listed with the set number. So like if I'm trying to get the stickers for the piano set 293, I'll search 293, just that word or that number, not the number 293 in the search. So it'll pull up all the things that have 293, whether it be the box, the instruction sheet, the sticker sheet, stickered pieces. Usually those will be in there. Not always, but most of the time they will be. So stickers on tiles, stickers on a single brick, you will be able to find those. And then for instance, one of the sets, this one, set 294, had a sticker up here that goes over 2 bricks. I didn't realize it looking at the box and in the instruction manual, but it's actually on 2 different bricks. So this is one of those pieces that's not going to make it. It's not going to survive. Once you take the set, if somebody takes the set apart, they're going to tear the sticker usually. So I have seen a lot of these sets for sale. None of them have that piece. I've seen them with all the other pieces, but not that piece. And so that's one. This is one that's going to be very challenging for me to get the sticker. I may end up going with reproduction stickers. I know that there are sellers that do sell some of the reproduction sheets for some of the Homemaker sets. There are 3 Homemaker sets that have the identical sticker sheet, and there is a seller that is selling those, and they look pretty good. Just looking at them on eBay, I haven't bought them yet, so I'm thinking about buying 2 or 3, probably 3 copies of that from him, because there are 3 of the bigger Homemaker sets that use those. And yeah, you're not going to find an unused sticker sheet from 1973 likely. But yeah, it is just persistence. And that, you know, I'm talking about Homemaker, but this applies to most of the vintage themes, that if anyone is interested in those. And it's just a little hobby of mine that I like doing. It's kind of a fun experience, trying to piece together things and find all the stickers and trying to get as most of it as to be authentic to the set. But start with getting the pieces, and then over time you might run across somebody selling that set. I don't know how many times I've bought a set or completed a set except for the stickers, and then later I find somebody selling the set and it's got the stickers that I was missing. I just buy the set again, or buy the lot again that has the set. So yeah, just keep on working on it, and you're right on the right path. And if you're okay with reproduction stickers, which to me is fine with vintage sets, the thing with that is don't sell reproduction stickers on Bricklink. I would never do that. In fact, if I am not sure, I don't really sell vintage parts on the Bricklink store, but I would never, it's against the terms of service, but yeah, I wouldn't even sell them on eBay, a used one. So that's just something to keep, because I don't want to mess it up for people where they don't know, hey, is this a sticker? And you know, sometimes I think that when I did the baby cot review, I'm looking and say, is that a reproduction sticker? Is that the real sticker? They do look pretty bad, the original old stickers. So I'm pretty sure those are authentic. All right, so I'm going to get to some more of the discussion here. So that was the Homemaker. Now this is, we'll just go ahead and get the controversial topic out of the way. And while I'm doing that, I need to go check to see if I'm still recording, because this could be a long video, and I certainly would hate to stop recording. Oh, look, I can see the little red caboose there. I wonder if my head's been cut off in this video. Oh, it doesn't matter. And that's the thing about staying mic'd up here. It's like, if this was audio only, it wouldn't matter, because the visuals aren't as important in this video series, the Jam Bat, which really needs a different name, if you ask me. All right, so this question, let me see. Oh, who asked? I want to get it the right person. It's Wick Bricks. BrickTsar asked this question, and I'm trying to find, there it is. It says, "Hey Jabbo, you seem to like everything Lego. Is there any themes, sets that you don't like?" So I'm just going to stick with the themes part of that, because obviously within certain themes that I do kind of like, there are going to be sets that I don't like or don't want to buy, believe it or not. And so it's kind of a running joke on the channel, because I've reviewed so many things, I've had hauls of so many things, I've shown you so many things, and you're like, I don't know, I collect garbage trucks, I collect X-Wing fighters, I collect Yoda, I have to look back here, I collect creator sets, I collect modulars. So it's like, you go through all things. I collect Fabuland, I collect Homemaker, I collect Vintage Technic, I collect Thomas and Friends. So you go through, and there's so many different themes, and I'm like, I collect these, and I want to get all of these of this particular theme. And people start, well, what is it that you don't collect? So it's a good, valid question by BrickTsar. Are there any things or sets that you do not like? And Park Trooper put on there, #bat. Always use that if you want me to talk about them in a video, more likely to see them. So I made a list of the themes that I don't collect. Themes that a couple of these I actually do have sets from, but I don't want to get any more of. And I may sell all of what that I have, except for one of them. I may keep one. So maybe one of them should not even be on this list, because there is a set that I'll always keep from this theme. So that one, I'll go ahead and say it's Minecraft. I got Minecraft on this list. I'm not interested in any of the new Minecraft stuff. I have no, the sets have no appeal personally to me. I think, now, keep in mind with this list, all right, my list of themes that I don't like, this does not mean these are bad themes. This does not mean that Lego should not make these themes. This does not mean there's not things that make these themes a good value or a good play feature. Please understand, I am not saying you're stupid if you like this theme, because I got a lot of themes that I collect that I know you don't. So just remember that. Every time I show a theme that you don't like, just remember that if I have a theme that I don't like, that you like, it's okay. We're all entitled to like different things. So is that understood? All right. So Minecraft is on my list, but I probably should mark it off, because the Minecraft idea set, Cusho set, I want to keep that one. In fact, I want to keep all 4 of the ones, the 3 that came after that kind of fit with that. I'll probably keep all of those. The other Minecraft sets, I don't like. It doesn't appeal to me. Although they do have some useful pieces, so I may buy some for the pieces with the standard bricks that are in there. So let's get to the themes that I don't collect, and these are in no particular order. They're not like worst to worser. So I went through and looked at brick set at different themes. So there's going to be themes that I probably could have put on here that maybe I didn't dig in deep enough to, but these are themes that I definitely don't want. Okay? One of them is Elves. I have no interest in Elves. I think I've picked up some of the sets on clearance, but it was like to get the parts from those. I have no interest in building them. I don't have any interest in reviewing them. Not interested in Elves. If you like Elves, don't get mad at me, okay? It's okay that you like Elves. The next one, and I almost didn't put this one on here, but then I realized there's not really any of these sets that I like, and it's another theme that actually has probably got a lot of hidden gems in it, a lot of references to classic sets. So my opinion on this theme may change, probably after it's been discontinued, but it's Nexo Knights. I've not had the desire to build any of the Nexo Knight sets. I do own some of them, but it's not a theme that I'm looking to collect, or I'm like, when's the next wave coming out, or oh, I need to get this one. I've not been looking at Nexo Knight, so it's kind of close to Minecraft, except that I don't really have any desire to keep any of the sets that I do own. But if I dig deeper into it, I may find that there are things in it that I like, so my opinion on Nexo Knights could change. All right, other themes that I do not collect. There's going to be at least 10 or 12 on here. One of them, this one's going to be very unpopular to you, that I don't like it, and that is Hidden Side. I have no interest in Hidden Side. And I'm not going to go into detail on most of these, why I don't like them. So let's go on with it. Just go through we're going to shoot through this list, and you're about to really get triggered. Some of you. So I don't like Hidden Side. I don't like Harry Potter. I should make this. I don't collect Harry Potter. I don't collect Overwatch. Although the space shuttle looking thing was pretty neat. I don't know anything about Overwatch. I don't collect Overwatch. I definitely don't collect Trolls World Tour or whatever it's called. It's just, that one really has no appeal to me. But then again, they got those bright, colorful pieces. There may be elements in these sets that I won't. No, I don't know. Don't like Trolls. Another one, this be unpopular opinion, I'm going to skip over it real fast. Ghostbusters. I don't collect Ghostbusters. It's the only LEGO idea set that I don't have. It's the Ghostbusters set. And I don't have Pirates of Barracuda Bay because I can't get it right now. But as soon as it's available for sale, I will get it. It sold out before I bought it. All right, next on this list is Pirates of the Caribbean. Although I do want to get the sharks there's those skeleton sharks I want to get. I don't collect Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't collect Angry Birds. I don't collect Lord of the Rings. And I don't collect any holiday sets. That's your whatever sets based on a holiday. So I don't collect any of the Winter Village sets. I don't. And so some of these is sad because they do make trains in these things. There's at least 3 themes here there's at least 3 of these themes have trains in them. And I'm a big train fan, but these are trains that I won't ever get. So are you triggered? Did I trigger anybody? Have no fear. Don't worry. It's okay. Whatever you want to collect, you collect and be happy with it. And your happiness hopefully is not robbed by me not collecting that theme. Think of it this way. There's no competition from me to go buy a set that you're looking for in any of those themes. So that's I'm not going to be buying them so you can't get them. So that's the themes that I don't like, and I'm sure there's some sets I could probably come up with. So I'm not going to be a completist on all LEGO sets ever made, but I do want to complete certain themes, and I'm going to be doing a video eventually of all the different sets that I want to get from different themes, like Fabuland I want to complete, Homemaker complete, Thomas and Friends is already complete, Jurassic Park is already complete, Jurassic World I need to finish completing. So there's a lot of different themes that I do want to complete, and maybe we can find some of the most hated sets that is like, no way I would ever buy that are in themes that I might actually like, but I can't think of any right now. All right, so we're going to go on to another question. I'm going to skip the Six Flags stories right now. We're going to go to a question from JF, and he informed me that he is not John Flansburgh from They Might Be Giants, which was disappointing to me. I really wish it was, but actually I'm okay with. I mean, I knew it wasn't John Flansburgh. He's got his own channel. But JF, thank you. He's commented on several of our videos, and he says, "What is your most expensive LEGO piece?" I keep holding up my notebook. What's on here? All right, so I actually don't know. I couldn't even think of what is the most I've paid for a piece. I did look in my Bricklink store, and not counting minifigures, not counting animals like dinosaurs, because some of I've sold a dinosaur for like $80 once, I think. But so you don't count dinosaurs, don't count minifigures or sticker sheets. Because those are sticker sheets. Sometimes are the most. That would be the most I've ever paid for something. It's just one thing. It's sticker sheet. Now, like So Stupid, he's up there. Is the set 3723? I paid $100 for the stickers, and it's really sad because they're degrading over time. Could be because they cover multiple pieces. And moving him around, we used him in so many videos back in the olden days that those stickers are getting very, very cracked and they're peeling off, and it's just makes me sad because I know how much I paid for it. The most I paid for any sticker is for this truck right here. No, that's not it. It's not this truck, because that's a counterfeit sticker sheet. It's the other truck. I knew it was for a truck, and I don't think it's here where I can show you. It is the Billy Thompson truck. Those were the authentic Lego stickers. The Billy Thompson truck, I paid way too much for the stickers. But that's not really a piece. The sticker sheets, I kind of put that with like minifigures. There's kind of like special things. I did trade a Vestas windmill. It's at $4,999 for one minifigure. It's probably technically the most I've ever paid for a minifigure. It would be basically like $400 for a single minifigure from, it's a Kids Fest minifigure or something. It's one of those really rare ones. But a piece, and I couldn't think of anything. The most expensive piece in my store was Darth Vader's cape, but that might not even qualify as a piece. Yeah, it is a piece, but I was thinking of things that I have that are priceless or hard to find. I've never seen for sale other than the time that I bought them. And one of them is the part from set 312. You'll have to look it up. It's the steering mechanism. And it was actually used in another set 311. I've done videos on that. I have the box for set 312. And I have one copy of the part that went in that box. Part X881 according to Bricklink. I don't know what Lego's term would be for it. But it's a mechanical steering mechanism. It's basically a steering wheel attached to a piece that goes through this wire that connects to a base that turns like a little turntable thing in there. It's all mechanical. There's no, it does conduct electricity, so you can connect it to a battery box and it can connect a motor to it. The motor has nothing to do with the steering. The steering is strictly mechanical. Very unusual piece. Only seen it for sale one time. I bought it. And I'd be curious to see if anybody ever put one on Bricklink. It's one of those things that's in my wanted list to be notified of. If anybody ever puts it up for sale, I'll get notified. It doesn't mean I'm going to buy it, but I'm just curious to see what somebody would sell it for. It's a very rare piece. And then there's other things, and the whistle pieces for the train 118, 138 from 1969, 1968, around that time. Those electronic train pieces, those are pretty valuable. I have the first one from 118, and there's the electronics and the whistle piece and the actual whistle. Those things are pretty expensive. But I wonder what the most anybody's ever paid for a single piece on Bricklink. I don't know how to search for a thing like that. I mean, is there a piece out there, element, not a minifigure or a minifigure part? Is there just another element that somebody's paid like a ridiculous amount, like $500 for it? Because some of the most valuable pieces that I'm aware of were in like the Millennium Falcon, the original Millennium Falcon. Some of those prices came down when they re-released it in the same colors in the new UCS Millennium Falcon. I mean, some of those pieces would go for over $100 easy, just an individual piece. All right, one more topic, and this is from DZ Studios. Thank you, DZ Studios. And it's about, he asked if I'm going to tell any more Six Flags stories. So I do have some videos on some different channels, maybe even some on this one, but there's some videos that are just dedicated. They're just footage of me working at Six Flags, or maybe not me working, me goofing off at Six Flags. I was filming in all of these videos, so I'm not in most of them. So in the mid-90s, I did take my VHS camcorder to work a few times. I do wish I did it more. I think the statute of limitations is up on most of the things that happened. I don't know. But I have a lot of Six Flags stories. Some that there's not video documentation. It's just the different things that we did. And I thought that would be something maybe not appropriate for this channel, because this channel is about Lego and my collecting of Lego, my love for Lego, and the things that go into making a collection like this. And I think that that was stories of Six Flags. There's not going to be many things that tie in with Lego with that. but I thought maybe one of my other channels I could do those stories, because it is part of my life and it does affect me. Like, I like theme parks, amusement parks. That's why I like the roller coaster sets. I have been a theme park enthusiast since I was a little kid. I had 4 sisters, I had 2 brothers, so the 7 of us in my family. Every one of us, every single one of us at some point worked at Six Flags. I worked the longest there of all of them, and I just remember going, because I got season passes when I was real little. My mom got us season passes and go to the park all the time. I remember I had a sister, she worked at Baskin Robbins at Six Flags. I used to like going to get I'd go ride the drunken rides, the drunken barrels and spindle top, the rides that spin you around till you want to throw up, and go get the ice cream at the Baskin Robbins after that. And I may have got a discount because my sister worked there. I can't remember. She'd have to tell me. I had another sister. She worked the spindle top. Now, we all didn't work at the same time. Even my sisters and my older brother, they didn't all work at the same time. But I had one sister. She got to operate the spindle top. She really loved the job, and she could do it where it go a little bit longer and stuff. And you can control when the floor would go down and stuff. But it's one of those rides that's probably not safe to have in a theme park now, so you probably don't see rides like that anymore. Basically, they spun you around and you're stuck to the wall. That ride. But I worked for 14 years, and there's so many things that I think are funny, or I think are interesting. I don't know if the average person would think it's interesting, but I used to tell the stories to the kids and other people all the time, and the memory fades, and maybe things might get embellished from time to time. But yeah, I had a lot of fun working there. It was, I would say, the time period between 1996 and 1998. That was when I was the most satisfied with work and things in my life. I thoroughly loved my job at Six Flags. They had worked it out where we had health insurance. I had a 401k plan, and I loved what I did. It was satisfying. I mean, to actually do something that's physically strenuous, but it's satisfying. It's like you go out there, and I took pride in it. I always made it like a challenge every night. I'd come home, sometimes I'd be sore and tired, because what we did was physically demanding. But yeah, I really loved that job. I mean, I don't know if I could physically do the job that I did then, but I would have never left if they hadn't taken away my benefits in the end of 1998, and I had to look for another job. That's basically what happened. They said no more 401k, no more health insurance. My wife had to go get a job at a bank to get health insurance, and I had to look for another job. So I still worked there a little bit in 99 after I started with the phone company, but it was impossible to work 2 jobs then. So yeah, it didn't last. But those 3 years, and it was awesome. I loved it. Man, I'm getting sentimental thinking about it. So really good job. Very proud of what I did as a worker. I really liked the people I worked with, even though we gave Mark a hard time. Mark was one of those people that was easy to tease, and because he got frustrated, it made people want to tease him more. And I apologize to you, Mark. Mark, if you're watching this video, I probably teased you too much, but you were a hard worker, a good guy, and all the guys I worked with were good. And we did a lot of stuff though before that. Coming up through in the 80s, in the 90s, there were a lot of things. And there's certain places in the park I would like to go to that I don't have access to. I just would like to go to just to see if certain things are still there. Just be interesting to me. So if you work at the carousel at Six Flags, send me a direct message, okay? Yeah, we did drive a truck around the carousel on a nightly basis. Part of our job, actually. We had to go up there. We washed the park at night, and we dropped the hose up there, and you'd go around the carousel. But the challenge with that was driving up without having to back up. You wanted to do because there were some tight turns and things, so it was like we always made it a challenge. So some of the vehicles might have got dents on them. I'm not really sure. But there's other stories, stealing. Well, no, we didn't steal. We didn't steal. I did not steal. It came out wrong. But relocating the miner from the mine train to the log flume reservoir, that may have happened. I'm not sure. I didn't do that, though. There's other things. But yeah, there's a lot of Six Flags stories, so maybe that's something we could do in the future, maybe on another channel, or I could include them as anecdotes and things here. Maybe gives you insight into who I am, why I'm a silly person. I know if you go back and watch like my old videos, which is hard to believe, I've been making YouTube videos regularly since 2011, really more since 2012, but 2011 is when I started getting like I wanted to do it. I just didn't know what to do, and it took me until 2012 to finally get focused on what I want to do. But then after that, even, it's like you go back and watch your videos, and it's like, this is a really dry, boring guy. Although if you look closely enough, you can see that I'm trying to be funny. Just I'm not good at it. I've always wanted to do things in a way that I'm having fun. And even though I'm older now, it's weird as you age. I think some people may change, but I still feel like in my head I'm that same person when I was a teenager. I still like some of the same things. Yes, I've matured in other ways. It's like there's some things I do like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that at that time. I think of some of the things I did when I went to school. I'm like, oh, I could have got myself killed. I wouldn't want my son doing those things, and I warn him. I tell him the stories. I tell my children when they were children the things that I did, but I'm like, don't do these things. Because I realize now the danger that I put myself in at times, and I want to be honest with them about those things. But yeah, I've learned things. But anyway, it's about having fun, though. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's a lot of things I did. I had fun. I still like to have fun. I still like to be silly. Still like to cut up. Still like to aggravate people. Probably shouldn't do that. Probably one thing I shouldn't do. Shouldn't aggravate people. Yeah, maybe I need to work on that. No, I don't do that much. It's usually the people that are. No, I don't want to get into it. I said I wasn't going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. But just remember, I also collect toilets. I collect bathrooms that LEGO makes. There was a LEGO shortage. I honestly think that somebody at LEGO heard me or got feedback, because I've noticed that they've put more toilets and urinals. Maybe not urinals. They've put porta potties, things like that, in more and more sets. But the reason I say that is because if you got somebody who thinks that they're better than anybody else, just remember, we all have to go to the bathroom. We all have to do number 2. So with that, thanks for watching another Jam Bat. If you have a question, leave it with the hashtag BAT. That stands for BrickTsar Answer Thingy. Jabbo Answer Machine is what the Jam stands for. I don't know why I'm including those on there. Both of them. It's really redundant, but it doesn't matter. I need to get the answer machine. I actually thought if I could make my number private, like where it didn't have an address associated with, I thought about having it where you could actually call in and leave your message on the Jabbo Answering Machine. So if you think that's a good idea, let me know, and I'm going to try to figure out how to do that in a way, because we don't really, all we get is telemarketing calls on that number, and I think, you know what, it might be better if I just made it where you could call and leave your question, and then we could play it on the Jam Bat. I'm going to see what this looks like over here. I hope my head was in the picture. So looking at the wall here behind me as we go away, we got the Bill and Ted section, which also has Wayne and Garth. It's right there on the left, and then on the right we have One of my favorite sets is probably the one LEGO Inside Tour set I wish I could have gone for. That is a reproduction sticker on it. I got confused a minute because I was thinking of the Billy Thompson truck, but that yellow truck, oh yes, I collect yellow trucks, by the way. And then I got the Little Red Caboose book, which I want to make a LEGO version of the Little Red Caboose. That's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I haven't done. On the lower shelf below that one, there's the blue Quattro brick, which is actually a pretty rare brick. Only in one set. We got some Mystery Science Theater references. If you look really close, you can see the things that we used in our early videos, because like I said, I like to have fun, and we intended to do silly things, mockingly do things like Mystery Science Theater, and those are the little Mystery Science Theater guys. We got the A-Team truck, which should appear in more reviews. I need to start remembering to include it. We got the play button was made by Psycho Penguin Bricks, and he's over there, but he fell down. We got the Gamera, which is not LEGO. Then to the left of that shelf, we have the Tron shelf, which is TheyMightBeBricks' shelf. He loves Tron. Very proud of him for the things. He likes so many of the things that I grew up with. I don't know, it rubbed off. But anyway, that's some of the things on the shelves behind me. They do have significance of why they are there. And then, of course, you got large vehicles around on the outside, the creator type vehicles, model team, UCS tumbler. I got a Batmobile. It's too big to fit on the shelf. And then you got the Beatles Yellow Submarine. Oh, that's where the Beatles go. I got the Beatles on the shelf above the castles in front of the DeLorean. I'm like, I know these are supposed to be on the shelf, but oh, there's the Yellow Submarine with Mr. Bean. That's a custom. That's one of the few customs on there. The Mr. Bean. Can you see it? It's on the lower left shelf in front of the alligator guy. What was his name? I forgot the alligator guy name. And then we got the two castles, the classic early castles, the Weetabix castle and the yellow castle. So that's some of the things on the shelf that I'm usually blocking because I'm standing in front of them with my big ugly head. I'm going to go 37 minutes is good enough for a video. I will see you guys in the next one. And remember, I don't have a motto. I don't have a Patreon. Thought about getting a Patreon. So you actually don't have to remember that. So remember that you don't have to remember that. And remember that I do appreciate when you leave comments, though, and related to what I said in the video, because it gives me input, feedback, and all those kind of good things. And I'm just stalling until we get to 37 minutes, 37 seconds.